Hey everyone, it's me, Ari Dostit, Conor Rashid. I'm your anthropologist and sociologist. Quick video. When your good outcome is not accepted nor approved. Look, it's one thing for you to underperform at your job. For example, you have to make pasta and you do it in a horrible way, or you need to write reports and you have so many spelling errors in it. It's one thing for you to underperform, for example, at your job and people say, we don't approve, we don't accept this. That can be justified. It's another thing for you to commit a crime like a robbery or assault or whatever, and people say, we don't accept this, don't approve of it. It's one thing for you to be either neglectful or abusive. People say, we don't agree with this. Or if you're insensitive towards other people, like other people don't matter, like your feelings are the only thing that matters. If you act like that, of course people shouldn't accept nor approve that, because your behavior has a bad effect on both you and them, and they never ask for that behavior nor for your negativity. So it's understandable that in that cases people say, oh, we don't approve, we don't accept this. By the way, there's a difference between acceptance and approval. Acceptance means you just accept this effect of the situation. Approval means you're okay with it. You get along with it. You justify it. For example, you may accept that someone is a narcissist because that's the fact, they are a narcissist. You can't change them. But you don't have to approve that they are a narcissist and approve their toxic behavior. So I just want to explain that distinction. But just understand the following. Sometimes it's not because you did something wrong. Sometimes not because you're on the wrong path. It's sometimes not because you're selfish or narcissistic or insensitive. Sometimes your good outcome is not accepted because your good outcome goes against the public interest of your environment. Now look, if you were unemployed for a while and you got a job, but you got a job at a place that's a bit questionable, then people may be happy you got a job, but they're not happy where you got a job. So it may appear like people don't wish you well or people wish you harm. No. It's okay that you got a job, but the place where you're working, is that good for you? Or let's say you finally decide to go study instead of smoking weed all day long and wasting your life. But now you want to study a major that, is kind of outdated. Let's say back in the early 2000s, studying IT was a big thing. But now, 2024, there's an overflow. There's a surplus of people who studied IT, who graduate in IT. So if you started IT in the early 2000s, the opportunity of you getting a job or the possibility of getting a job was, I'm saying the probability, better said, of you getting a job was quite high. But now that you have a surplus of people who studied IT, who graduated in IT, now that you have a surplus of people who graduate in it, the probability of you getting a job is quite low. So people may be happy you decide to go study and advance yourself, but they may question whether it was the best thing you did. Okay, so just because people are a bit hesitant about what you've done doesn't automatically mean they don't wish you well. So understand the distinction. I'm talking about when you have a good outcome and objectively people are not okay with it. When that happens, I'm telling you, they have an agenda. And you have this good outcome frustrates that agenda. For example, let's say, and it's kind of a sensitive example, let's say you are an African American woman and you have a best friend who's a European American. Okay? And she's also against racism and all of that. She also participates in Black Lives Matter protests, all of that. One day, you needed a job quickly. And there were vacancies that suited you. But she passed on the vacancies to her fellow European Americans who weren't even qualified for the job, instead of you who were qualified. Why did she do that? It is because even though she's not a bigot towards you and African Americans, even though she's not a racist herself in the sense that she believes in this white supremacy bullshit, because she has relatives who majority of them are white supremacists or racists, and because she is still attached to those people, she now is bound to consider their feelings above yours. Because she can't afford these people abandoning her. Because where would she go? So based on that, she preferred to pass on the job vacancies to fellow European Americans weren't even qualified, because if she helped you out and you got the job, you were better off, and people found out she supported you, she would be in big trouble, even with her own husband. So you being further ahead was not in her best interest. It doesn't mean she automatically is a narcissist or with bad intentions towards you, but sabotaging you was in her interest. That's why she didn't help you out. What if now she didn't help you out but still got the position? This outcome now will make her look bad, because even if she didn't help you out, she's going to be suspected by her white supremacist relative that she may have helped you out. What I'm saying is, someone does not have to be evil. They don't have to be a narcissist. They don't have to have evil intentions towards you for them to be a hinder towards you. Some people will hinder you because your good outcome, whether it's you starting your own business, you getting married, or I don't know, whatever good outcome it is, your good outcome will frustrate their relationships with other people. There are other people besides you they're involved with, and those other people are not okay with people like you or with you personally going ahead. There are people out there who are looking down on you, or there are people out there who don't want to see others like you succeed. And some people that you're involved with are also involved with such people. And because their involvement with those people is bigger than their involvement with you, they now are considering them with their bad attitudes more than you. So in this case, they'll either try to politely sabotage your efforts, or they'll try to talk you out of a breakthrough, or they flat out stop talking to you, or they flat out go silent on you. Just understand, there are people who are just evil, bad, toxic, just want to escalate when people don't participate in their misery. We have pathetic people like that. But that's not all people in the world. There are a lot of people in the world, even though they don't have anything directly against you personally, your good outcome may not be in their best interest, because they are yoked with toxic and bad people. And they won't admit the people they're yoked with are toxic and bad people. And because they want to keep harmony with those toxic and wasteful people, first of all, how the heck can you have harmony with wasteful and bad people? But because they attempt to keep harmony, or quote unquote keep the peace with those toxic and wasteful people, they're getting along with their negativity, which also includes they can't be invested in your breakthrough at the same time, because being invested in your breakthrough or being part of your breakthrough means you'll be at odds with those other people. Listen, sometimes your good outcomes or your good news is not accepted nor approved. Well, guess what? Shake dust off your feet and move on. It will happen. There are even fellow believers who should know better who are still in darkness. That is extra painful. You know what? Shake dust off your feet and move on. Just know your good outcomes will not always be accepted or approved. Make sure your outcomes are in harmony with the will of the Father. Also do your part to be sensitive to other people in a just and reasonable way. Just because people decide to be miserable doesn't mean now, just because you're sensitive and have empathy, yet you're just as miserable as they are. No. Do your part in being in harmony with the will of the Father. That's what matters. If the good outcomes come forth of that are not accepted, that means people have an issue against the Heavenly Father. That's really what they have an issue with. But taking out on you, because it can't reach the Heavenly Father. Well, that's it for now. Keep on in Christ and be at peace.